What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Welcome to the Deal Desk, where I make live calls on your leads. It doesn't matter on market, off market, where they're at. We do this everywhere and anywhere because there's nothing better than live calls. The only thing I request is that they are warm. I don't want to do cold call on the show. I want to make sure that I give you some feedback or alley-oop it to you to close the deal. All right, that being said, let's get right into our first lead. Where's this one at? We have Bartlesville, Oklahoma. Bartlesville, Oklahoma. Did we call this one already? We have not called this one. All right. So let's see what we got here. Property looks in excellent shape. Kind of what we don't want to see, but it is what it is. Okay. Now, keep in mind when you are when you're going after off-market properties. Is this one off-market? Let me see this. This is listed. My point is this: the chances of you getting this property at a discount isn't very high because it's not only is it listed with an agent, but it looks renovated. So, you know, if you're going to flip this, what value would you add to this? Could you buy this as a buy and hold? Maybe, but there's not much you could do to this. Now, you did submit it. I'm going to call anyway, but I would not go after these kinds of properties. I made a video about these, and this is just the kind of stuff that you don't really want to focus on. Can you get a deal? Maybe, right? I don't know the reason and the time frame the homeowner wants to sell. I know that the agent is the gatekeeper and have to negotiate through the agent. What are they asking for this? They're asking 105. Description says super nice, lots of new throughout. Primary bedroom is very large with private bath. Nice fenced backyard. 9 days on Zillow, 29 saves, 460 views. That's pretty good. All right, so Mrs. Hopper. Okay, now I don't see any information about the roof, AC, electric, or plumbing. And when you talk to people, you kind of have to get these questions out of them. You know, it is an agent. They may or may not have that information. You'd be surprised how many agents I call. They don't have any of that information, but we're going to call anyway. She'll probably get insulted, but, you know, we make offers for properties for investment purposes. So we're not going to be everybody's fit. We're going to call her anyway. Let's see what they say. Let me see if I could pull this up here. Mrs. Hopper. So this is in Oklahoma. I'm going to call from an Oklahoma number. And then I want to tell you guys later, I want to call some lead house leads. And I do want to tell you a little bit later about this AI driving for dollars thing that's just been going crazy. All right. So let's call this lead. Let me see. Let me make sure I got her number okay here. And sometimes on the listing, you'll see one number. But if you have PropStream or MLS access, try to find a secondary number just in case. Because sometimes these agents will not pick up their phone. And if you're calling from a different number, calling their cell phone number, they don't recognize it. They may not answer it. So you have to call their office and try to ask to get transferred. Okay? But we're going to call this number. And then I'm going to pull this up on PropStream just to see if there's a secondary number. Oh, hold on a second. My audio. Let me see. Give me 1 second. I don't know if she picked up or not. Maybe you heard her. I didn't. Now I'll call her back here. And I'm going to start running some comps, see what we got. Oh, it's a voicemail. Call one more time. Let's call one more time, see if they pick up. Hey, Barbara, my name's Steven. I was calling about your listing on Lindenwood Drive. Are you still accepting offers for this?
We
Oh, okay. When are they expected to close on it? 30 days? Okay. They got full asking on it? That's great. Okay, well, I'll check in 30 days. If they don't, I'd like to be next in line. I appreciate it. You. Uh-huh. Yeah, this I don't think this sold to an investor. And when it's under contract, it does not mean it's sold. So it's your responsibility to follow up with these. Guys, listen to this. Listen. If you're watching this and you're doing inbound or outbound, none of this matters if you do not follow up. You have to follow up. 95% of this game is follow up. It's it's not very common that you speak with one person one time and they're just going to sign the contract on the spot. You have to follow up. And a lot of leads that come in, maybe they say, oh, yeah, we sold it. Or are you under contract? Yeah, we're under contract. Or did it close in fund? No, it didn't close in fund, but we're under contract. Great. When are they expected to close? Implement that in your head. Always ask, when are they expected to close? Or when is it set to close? Oh, the end of the month. Perfect. I'll check back in with you at the end of the month. And if they don't close, I'd love to be next in line. And that's it. You'd be surprised how many people do not close. Okay. Now, I'll tell you right now, this property, I'm just going to look at the buy and hold comps. Now, they got full asking offer. Anything that's listed on Zillow, either on market or for sale by owner, you can't even offer them full price if you wanted to, if it's on the market. Only if it's for sale by owner, if they agree to take the listing down, then it makes sense. But even if it's a great deal, sometimes you'll see a great deal on Zillow and you make an offer. If they don't take it down, you can't market it more than what they have it for. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. So you have to mix up your lead source, especially if you're new and you're starting with a low marketing budget, just like I did. You have to start off with mixing it up. You can't put all your eggs in one basket. And the MAO for this is 50. That's not going to work. You have to mix up the marketing. Okay, if you're new, I should make a video about this. When you're new, you have to mix it up. Driving for dollars, whether that's physically or virtually. Cold calling, Zillow for sale by owner. Calling some agents to send you some off-market deals. All right, there's an agent that sent me an off-market deal last Saturday. It needed some work, and I posted something on Instagram. She reached out, saying, I usually don't deal with this. Would you like to make an offer? We made an offer, it got accepted. We're closing on it hopefully next week. But you have I never put all my eggs in one basket. Unless it's inbound PPC, then it doesn't get any better than that, like Lead House, right? But I'm still doing different things. Right now, this AI thing I'll tell you guys about, it's crazy. This AI driving for dollars is insane. Anyways, let's go to the next lead. I got a lead here. Let me see this one. Where's this at? This is in Burns, Tennessee on Buddy Road. All right. So this is on the MLS. Oh, hold on a second. It's not on the MLS. Maybe they took it down because it showed it was and it wasn't. And sometimes you'll see stuff. If you when I look at these properties, one of the first things I do is I just copy and paste the address to Google. And then I see if there's any listings or Zillow or whatever. But this briefly showed that it was listed, and then it just kind of disappeared. But this is, let me see. And some homeowners, they'll fill out a form and they'll say not listed with it on the MLS, and then it is listed. This property is not currently listed on the MLS. I need to sell this property ASAP. All right, well, let's just see if they pick up the phone. Let's just give them a call. No, we already called this one, did we? Yep. Yeah, we called that one. My bad. We're gonna go to the next one. Okay, you have one in the school community. Let me see. You got one. We called that one in Oklahoma. I think we called this one yesterday on 52. We did. They didn't answer, but we're gonna call it again anyway because this thing looks ugly. You want to go after ugly houses. Okay. Let me see if there's a street view on this. It looks better on the street view than it does on the photo they took. This is the kind of trash we like to go after because when you go after these kinds of properties, the chances of them accepting a lower offer are much higher. This is not listed with an agent. It's not renovated from, at least from the outside. So we got to see what's going on here. So let me see the details you put. So it is for sale by owner for 95. 49 days, 3 saves doesn't sound too exciting. That automatically tells me not many people are interested in it. And, it could be the price, but I don't really care about the price. It's all about making offers. Mrs. Shields. Okay, let's try giving him a call. I'll call from the Oklahoma number and see what's going on. Don't ever get discouraged if somebody's asking too high of a price because people will always want a high of a price. But if you don't make an offer, you don't know what's going to get accepted at. It's not always the highest offer that gets accepted. Sometimes on the middle offer, lower offer, sometimes offers get accepted. It goes both ways. On again. I do want to call some lead house leads today. Man, we got like 4 contracts this month from lead house. Like, this has been one of the best months. I mean, they hung up on me that time, but that's okay. So remember, I call these twice and they don't answer. I don't text them. I don't leave them a voicemail. If you're in the community, we can tag team it. But it's your responsibility to follow up with these. Sometimes I'll have a conversation with the homeowner. I'll run comps here, kind of let you know what's going on. But it's up to you to follow up with the person. I'm not going to do the follow up with you for you. I mean, I can do it with you if you're in the community. Let me put this one in follow up here. All right, what do we have today? Let's see. There's a few. Here's one in Indiana. Okay. Oh, Gary, Indiana. I think this is our rough. Isn't this like one of the top roughest cities in the country or something? Good for investors because you can get these properties at a discount. And some people overlook how much of a difference like flipping a house can do to a community. It improves the community, improves the value of the house, obviously, the neighborhood, the curb appeal. Some of these homeowners have some eyesores, when they leave, get out of their front door, they look at eyesores and then, everybody gets paid in the transaction, the wholesaler, the homeowner, the agent, the title company, especially the title companies. All right, so what is this house? This is a interesting looking house. So this is the house. Okay. What's going on here? Is that a log cabin? What is this? It's just chipping away here. All right, so this is the house. Small house. What's the reason and what's the story? I always like reading the story if there is one. Let's see. Did they fill out? Okay. Asking 165. Major repairs needed. Condition bad. They need to relocate. Okay. 165 already sounds high, but I don't really care. We're going to call them anyway. Let's see if they pick up the phone. Let's see if we can get some conversations here. And then I'm going to start running comps here. If it goes straight to voicemail and I call, their phone's probably dead or on do not disturb. Let me call one more time. There we go. Probably on do not disturb. Any activity here? Oof. Well, they're asking 165. They put bad condition, major repairs needed. And these houses in the area are selling for like 500, 5,200, 50. I'm looking at buy and holds, by the way. Let me look at flips. Let me look at flips real quick. I mean, it doesn't look too bad from the outside, but I always go based on what the homeowner says. They're going to know the property a lot better than I can. Oh, here's one for 30,000. They flipped it for 135. We got $700. $12,000. We got $4,000. So I don't know if 165 is gonna cut it. There is a hedge fund here that bought 88 properties. So, anyways, they didn't pick up the phone. And this is why we have inspection periods, because let's say we want to actually close on this house as a rental or a flip. If homeowner says it needs, some work, or maybe they say it's in great shape, and then we go there and it's the complete opposite, we have to protect ourselves as well. And you have to make sure that you tell homeowners, if any homeowners ever ask you about the inspection period, you tell them that's there to protect us. And don't necessarily make it sound bad for them. Say, hey, we get properties under contract all the time. Homeowner says it's in great shape. We go there. It needs, the roof is falling apart, especially these properties that have been vacant for a while. Okay. Here's one in Camden, South Carolina. This house looks nice. Let's see. Sometimes we'll get nice houses too, by the way. You never know what you're going to run into. And those houses that are in great shape, they end up being killer terms deals or novation deals. Like we got a fully renovated property in Tennessee for $25K down. Okay, so you never know. Now the street view's kind of throwing this image off. This is the house. It looks good. Looks good. Okay. Got a Jeep. Is that a Durango? I don't know. House is in good shape. All right. Let's see. What's the story with this one? House is in good shape. My husband passed away and I cannot afford on my own. Wow. Asking 275. Okay, well, the motivation's there. Selling time frame. I'm looking to sell eventually. ... Need to sell. I'm looking to sell. Yeah. Well, what tells me more how motivated somebody is? Not really the price. It's the reason. The reason's there, but the time frame is not. You need both. Now, sometimes the reason will outweigh the reason will outweigh the time frame. So let's call them and see if we can help them out. Let's see what we can do. Call them right back. Keeps ringing on the second call. This one, they're asking too much, but that's okay. When somebody's asking too much, one of the things I like to do is I pull PropStream. I look at the price they got it at, the estimated equity, and that'll kind of tell me, well, where do I have to be at for this to make sense? Because if they have equity, And somebody asked about this in the community the other day. Why do I look at that? Well, the reason I look at that is because that tells me how negotiable they're able to be. So if they're asking 275, and let's say they have a mortgage of like 250, it's probably not going to go below the price they owe, right? But if they own it free and clear and they have equity, that shows me that, well, this person may be more negotiable than a person that doesn't have any equity. I see a flip here sold for 175, flipped it for 435, 4326. This house is newer. This house is 2019. This is in good shape. Can't be that bad. 2019. So this could be a great terms deal. A great terms deal. Because some people don't need all the money up front, you know? Just like that deal in Tennessee. I don't know if I told you guys this last time, but I'll tell you again anyway. That deal in Tennessee, the person wanted to sell for full market value, but they only needed to make $10,000, really $12,000. So I said, well, what if we can pay that at closing and just take over the monthly payments for the mortgage? And that's all they needed, and it worked out great for them. So you got to think outside the box. Think creative. Do they need all the cash up front? Do they need to sell full market value to only make $10,000, $12,000? Can I offer $12,000 down and then just take it over? I mean, for a fully renovated house. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's see. Where's the next one here? Tampa, Florida. Tampa, Florida. Any deals in Florida, send my way. I'd love to take a look at them. This one in Tampa, Florida. What is this? Let me see. This is a duplex multifamily. Okay. It's listed. 1 day, 8 saves. Not bad. Okay. So, whoops. That's not it. Here it is. Okay, so the description says investor duplex, a tenant. This tenant-ready duplex is the heart of Tampa and an excellent income-producing opportunity. Each unit features spacious living areas, blah, blah, blah. Roof 2024, AC, 4 years old. Okay. So when I'm calling this person, whether it's the homeowner or the agent, in the description, I like reading it first because it shows me what questions I shouldn't ask them. Because if they say here in the description, roof 2024, AC 4 years old, and then I call them and say, I just had a few more questions. How old is the roof? What's the AC? They're going to know that I'm not paying attention. I'm not paying attention. Where's this house at? Hold on a second. This looks familiar. Oh, let's see. Hillsborough Avenue. So this is the hood here. This is next to the casino, I think. It's not really hood, but it's not the best. It's very like industrial stuff. Junkyards and truck parking lot, and there's just a lot of industrial stuff going on. So it's not going to be the most desirable place. But what is it rented at? I want to see if we can get into those numbers. I'm just going to call this agent anyway and see if they pick up the phone. Looks okay. I don't know what's going on over here. It's just rental quality. I mean, here it says tenants are living in it. Ready. Never mind. I mean, how many bedroom bathrooms?
You
know, agents, I mean, lately they just haven't been picking up the phone. I think they started winter break early. I don't know. October's not even over. Let's try calling him again. I read a stat somewhere that 72% of agents last year didn't sell anything. I got to see the sources. I wouldn't be surprised. There's only a few out there really crushing.
You have reached the Capability and
All right, they didn't answer the phone, so we're going to the next one in Ohio. Ohio. And this thing needs to be cleaned up. It's not in bad shape, but all right. So what do we got in Ohio? This is Dietrich Hill Road. All right, so this is middle of nowhere. There's nothing here. So with these, I actually start talking bad about the cash offer. I say the cash offer, you don't want that, it's a waste of time, whatever. Because even if I were to flip this house here and there's no comps, there's not much I can do. So I almost start talking bad about the cash offer and really start nudging them towards the retail buyer program. So this is the house. I don't know where it is here, but what's the story behind this one? They're asking $350. It's okay condition. Reason for selling, divorce. Okay. Time frame eventually. Okay, so some people fill these things out, and the homeowner's not really in a rush or motivated, which is even better for a retail buyer program because if people are open to 30 to 90 days, that is a good time frame for that. So let's give them a call. Let's see if they pick up the phone. Who's this? Mrs. Kelso. And then I'm going to take a look at this area.
your call.
Back. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments. The contest for the 10,000 skip trace leads is live in the community. It ends next Friday. Okay, I'll be posting the scoreboard today to see where everybody is at, and then who knows? I might do it once a month. Okay, they didn't pick up the phone. Let's go to the next one. Let's see. This one is in Illinois, Moss Avenue. Okay. This looks really familiar. So this is off market. This looks really familiar. It looks like the house that we had in our contract in I think it was Colorado or something, but it's not the same lead. All right. Well, this is the house. Let me see. This is the house. What's the story behind it? Let's see. 75,000, need some work. Reason for selling, need to sell and purchase in a different location. Okay. Let's just give them a call. There's photos here, so either it was listed before. Hold on here. Let's call again. Looks like this was listed. Oh, these are old photos, 2021. To somebody. All right, let's call this next one. Oh, this is, I think we called this one Buckeye Lane. Yes, we called this one yesterday in the community, so I'm going to skip that one. All right, here's one in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Oklahoma is a great market. All right, let's see what we got. Oklahoma, Stillwater. Let me close all these tabs over here. Timber Crest Drive, fair condition, unknown, for sale by owner. Okay. It looks good in fair condition. All right. Here's the property. Now, this is excellent shape. What are they asking for this? They're asking 195.8. It's a 3.2, 1,300 square feet, built 1998. 18 days, 42 saves, move-in ready, paint 2025, newer roof 2021. All right, this is for sale by owners. I'm just going to call this, see if we can get a hold of somebody. Call from the Oklahoma number. They pick up. I'll be right back. I mean, the calls are going through, just people aren't picking up. Did that iOS thing get updated already? You guys heard about that iOS update? Let's go next one. So this iOS update, it's going to start pre-screening the call. So cold calling is about to change a little bit. That's an even better reason to go direct to seller via inbound or uh, you know, virtual driving for dollars or something. But it's going to be more of a challenge. It's not going to be impossible. You can still do it, but it's definitely going to be more of a challenge to cold call leads. All right, let's call. Where's this one at here? We have one in Ocala. Okay. Ocala, Florida. Ocala is also a good market. So this one, oh wow, this thing is rough. It comes with some land too. Okay. Awesome. So let's see. All right. Oh, these are old photos though. 2018. All right. So this is off market you put here. All right, great. So I'm going to call this number. I don't know if you spoke with this person or not. You put two phone numbers. I'll go ahead and call them twice. See if they pick up the phone. Your name is. Hey, my name's Steven. I think my partner spoke with Steven there in regards to the property on 85th Street. My partner Arvis spoke with Mr. I don't know pronounce last name. What Wheatloff? Wheatloff? Mr. Wheatloff. 80 let me see here. 85th. It is okay. All right. Well, somebody answered. Hello? Still with me? It's taking them a while. Not even any hold music there. Dang, this thing is. What happened? Well, I'm gonna start running comps while I'm on hold here. 1 second. You guys aren't able to hear the caller because I'm on hold. I'm on hold still, so I'm gonna give her a few more minutes. But let's run some comps on this. Let's see what we come up with. I don't think there's much going on in this part of town. Let me see. So this sold for $40,000 in 2018. And there's only 2 comps. Let me see. This is 1988. Eesh, 84,000. This one is like renovated. Sold for 84. Well, these are mobile homes though. Let me go over here. You still there? I'm still on hold. How much land? Hello? Hello? I guess I got transferred. I was inquiring about the property, 85th Street. My partner sent it to me. Is this listed? Oh, okay. He spoke with I guess a Steven. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but is it a house you guys are looking to sell? Okay. Okay. I don't know. It just got sent to me. So we flip houses, and the acquisitions team sent this to me. I don't know how or when they got it, but if it's not for sale, I'll just take it off the list here. All right. No problem. Thank you. Bye. I don't know where this came from, but just, can't do anything with it. And also make sure if you guys are looking for sale by owner, make sure you filter the bank owned properties, which you can. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So if I go over here, okay, let's see. If I go over here, let's go to houses. This go for sale. Oh, hold on. Did they change this? Home type, yeah. Go for sale listing. Oh, yeah, this right here. These check boxes, make sure you take off auctions foreclosures. I mean, really new construction. You don't want to go after that. And then, I always like going after owner posted first, but just don't check. Make sure all these boxes are unchecked. And like if you're targeting a market, like let's say we're in Orlando, Florida, and you only want properties for sale by owner listed, for 1 day. All right, there's one property that's posted today. This is an apartment, so or condo. I don't want to go after those condos. Take off all this stuff. There's nothing here, so then we'll go back 7 days. All right, there's a few more. Okay. Anyways, go after what you want, go after land as well, but make sure that you only have owner posted or agent listed, depending on your search criteria. And you want to apply this and save it as a search, right? So I can put here Orlando, Florida, 7 day for sale by owner. Now, whenever you're in that market, you can just simply go to your save searches. You can click this, you can edit it, but now all you got to do is just look at that. And guess what's really cool about this? The criteria stays the same. Now, what if I want to go to Tampa, Florida? It's going to take that same criteria. Okay? You just have to save it. So just, I don't like auction properties, bank-owned properties. They're not impossible to close. They're just you have to jump through a few more hoops. Okay? You have to jump through a few more hoops. Can you guys hear me? Hold on a second. Can you hear me? You guys couldn't hear the call, but it was because that other agent, I was on hold with them, so that's probably why you weren't able to hear anything. You can hear me. Awesome. Thanks, Bill. Just want to make sure. At least they should have played some hold music or something. All right, cool. What else we got? Let's see. So we called this one on Moss. All right. Oh, so I was talking about this AI Drone for Dollars thing. Oh, somebody's calling me back. Hold on a second. Who is this? Hello, Steven. Oh, yes. How are you? No, that's how life is. Life happens. No problem. But is now a good time to speak? Okay, great. I think not sure if my partner Darla spoke with you about that property, but she sent it over to me. And we buy houses all over Oklahoma and just had a few questions about see more or less what we can offer. Okay, let me pull this up. Give me 1 second. Let's see here. All right. Can you hear me okay? Yes, sir. Sounds like you're in the car, but if you can't hear me at any point, just let me know. I'll repeat myself. Yep, I hear you loud and clear. Um, pulled it up here. It's a 3213. The roof is 2021, new paint. What's the age of the AC? Okay. And you lived in the house for a while? Oh, wow, okay. What's got you looking to sell it? Seems like a great house. Uh-huh. Yeah, I hear you. Gotcha. Okay. How's the electric and plumbing on the house? people have no equity in it. Okay. And I tell people, yeah, right. Yeah, it looks like, excellent rental property. What kind of time frame more or less were you guys looking to sell? Oh, okay. And, I always tell people, yeah, right. Okay. I always tell people, we're an investment company, so sometimes I'm just not a good fit. And, I tell people that I don't waste their time or anything. But if we were to, pay cash, close in a couple weeks and cover the closing costs and all that, what do you think would be the best price you can do on it? Okay. Yeah, that sounds fair. It's a bit closer to full market value. What if we could pay you 180, would you be open to like taking monthly payments with it with a down payment? Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think 180 is a great price. I don't know if I'd be a good fit, but I appreciate your time. No problem. Take care. It's not a good fit. They bought this for 145. Uh, they're asking, he said he'll take 180. They're trying to make something, but our MAO is like one, 130. It's below what they, less than what they owe. So it wouldn't make sense. Oh, sorry about the last call if you couldn't hear it, but hopefully you guys heard this call. Um, not every lead's going to be a good fit. And the thing is, I don't know if you caught this. He's not really in a mode. He's not really motivated. He's like, we're going to move whether we sell it or not. And if it doesn't sell, we're just going to rent it out, right? And when people say that, ideally, that shows that they're just not a good fit for it. Let me pull this up here. They're not a good fit. And when people want full market value, some of the things that I'd like to do is ask them if they're open to terms. You'd be surprised how many people would actually be open to that. There's going to be actually a lot of people that are open to that if you explain it in a way that they understand. I don't want to go, really down the rabbit hole, into the numbers. First, I just try to see, well, if I can offer you what you want, is seller, terms or something you might be open to, like taking monthly payments. And I just try to explain it so simple because I'm not really trying to get the deal done on a phone call, one phone call. I'm trying to see if they're even interested in it. And if there's any interest, then what I'll do is then I'll go ahead and, I take my time with that. It's, when you're offering these terms deals, figure out how quickly they want to sell. You also have to see if they have a mortgage. If they have a mortgage, you have to ask them, what is the mortgage? What are monthly payments? Right? Does that include, insurance, taxes, all those things? So, really important that you figure out what they want. Now, they're not going to be open to anything if they're just going to say. So, one thing I want to let you guys know real quick. I know I posted about this on my story, and I got a bunch of interest on it. But one of the deals we actually assigned today came from a Driving for Dollars AI. And no, Driving for Dollars, if you're driving around town, you see a distressed property, you write down the address, you get it skip trace, you call the homeowner, you make an offer. Imagine if you had a robot do that within minutes. So, like, if I'm like, hey, robot, drive for dollars, all of Tampa, Florida, or these specific zip codes, it can do that within minutes. It'll spit out a list with information. It'll show you a street view, and the way it detects, right? The way it detects if it's distressed is like simple things. Like this was the deal that we actually assigned today. You could see some, broken blinds here. There's window units. Not sure if that makes a huge difference, but the garage door is a little bit damaged. There's some debris collected here. The tall grass, like every single little thing. This thing is insane. If you're interested in learning more about this for the rest of this month only, if you shoot me a message on Instagram, that's probably the best way, or in the community, I will personally introduce you to the founder, CEO of the company, and he'll tell you more about it. He is such a giving guy, very open. It's not that open that some of these guys are open to, schedule a call and really dig into what this thing does, because like this is just it's just mind blowing how powerful this is. This thing can scan a whole city within minutes. So crazy. All right. So if you're interested in that, shoot me a message on Instagram, say AI, okay? And then I'll make an email introduction with you and the founder and just see if it's a good fit for you. Now, I will say this, right? This should not be like I always look at Driving for Dollars or cold calling stuff as a supplement to your pipeline, not to entirely replace your pipeline, unless you have some time you want to do that. But we're not just doing this. We're doing inbound, but we're also doing this to get a few deals as well. Because the more distressed a property is, right? The more distressed a property is, the higher chances. This guy, this house looks so bad on the inside. Like the guy's like, oh, it needs some work. This thing is so bad on the inside. There's like the roof is falling apart on the inside, but it's great. It's a great deal in a really good area, and I think it comes with a 1928 Mercedes. What was that? Gazelle? Was that what it was? 1928 Mercedes Gazelle. Man, the this is the second house that we'll get with a car this month. Well, last month we got a Dodge Magnum, 2005 Dodge Magnum. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Now, the car probably, probably needs to get renovated and stuff, but restored. But look at this. This is a nice car. How often do you get a house that comes with a car, let alone a 1928 Mercedes Gazelle? Really nice. But you never know what's going to happen. So, anyways, my point is this thing is a game changer. If you want to know more about it, shoot me a message in the community or on Instagram, or if we're friends on Facebook, you can shoot me a message there. I got blown up about it. I'm still catching up with messages from a few days ago when I posted about this, but my very first deal came from Driving for Dollars at that time. That was 2015, 2016. This technology did not exist. Like AI right now in the real estate industry is so powerful. Not only just follow up and nurture and stuff like that, but the thing finds houses for you within minutes. Something that if I were to drive around Tampa, I don't know how long that would take me. Month, probably a couple months. Costs a lot of gas money. You'll spend more gas money doing it than this thing. So at least look into this. This is a great tool. I'll probably do a live demo of it sometime, but I'm gonna let the owner talk to you more about it than me. He knows a lot more about it than me. We're just using it well. We haven't, we got it a long time ago, but we really didn't even touch it because we started implementing a new marketing campaign. Now, we have the right team member in that spot, and now we're starting to see a little traction with these things. Okay. So always mix up your marketing. You never know where your next deal is going to come from. All right. Great. So let's go to this next one here. Where's this at? Oh, no, we called this one, right? Ohio. Is this another one, Ohio? I don't think we called this one. Edward Street, Ohio. No, we did not. Ohio. Let me see. Mingo Junction, Ohio. This one also looks familiar. This is off market. All right. It looks good. Sometimes I look at these houses, I can already see the potential with that. Hold on a second. I want to make sure you guys can actually hear the audio if you haven't already. Let me go over here. All right. So this is the house. Okay. What's the story behind the house? They're asking 120, need some work. Reason for selling, financial hardship. This is a lead house lead, by the way. These guys, I mean, they just deliver quality after quality after quality. And let me remind you, if you are new, I wouldn't even suggest doing inbound if you are not good at talking to people in your follow-up. If you don't want to talk to people, you don't want to follow up with people, don't do inbound. It doesn't matter who you use. You have to follow up with your leads, and you can't have this mindset of, oh, this is inbound, the contracts are going to just fall in my lap. Because some people are like that. I'm not saying that's you, but some people, they think that inbound is like this magical thing. You wave a wand, here's a contract here, here's a contract. No, the deals are as good as the closer. Okay, if you're good at acquisitions, all right, and you're doing inbound, you're good with negotiations, problem solving, follow up, you're going to get some success. Because what matters most to us is people that what? Want to sell, need to sell. That's the most important thing. Okay. So let's see if they pick up the phone. Man, I sound a little stuffy. I'm overcoming like congestion, but I'm too busy to get sick here. We don't really get sick. All right, let's call. This one is in Ohio. Let me call from this number here. Mr. Morris. Katiuska. Oh my gosh, you're letting me. Yeah, why not? Why not?
Hello, you've reached Todd. I'm at work on the phone right now. Leave your name.
Let's call him back. Let's call him back. You gotta follow up with these leads even if they don't answer the phone. Hero.
Hello, you've reached.
You know, I'm gonna make a video about building rapport, but one of the things I like to do is I like looking to see what's on the outside. I see Hero here. Can't really see the logo too well. But sometimes in these houses, you'll see clues of things you could talk about. Like if I call, oh, what is this one? Whoa. This looks, is this vacant? It's gotta be. I can't really tell. Maybe it's just, no, it's not vacant. Sometimes you'll see clues. Okay. So look, OSU, Ohio State University, they like football. This person likes watermelons or gardening. I don't know. I don't see really anything there, but sometimes you'll see clues, whether it's a car or a flag, like a sports flag or something, or, you know, if you've seen American flag, they're patriotic. What's this over here? Oh, man. The street view, also pay attention to the dates on there, because if you're talking to somebody and you look real close, you can see the watermark on here. It says 2023. And if the person's lived there for not too long, then you got to be careful what you say because they may not be the person. Hello, Summer. Wow. They got a nice garden over here. Nice. Okay. Awesome. Does the vet come with it? I know. That'd be nice. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I mean, these sellers, they'll leave some stuff behind, and you never know what you're gonna get. And some people, if they're moving, look at these minions. What is this? Man. Oh, they're lifting weights. Look at that. Does the house come with the minions? These people got a lot of kids, probably. I mean, you got a whole park back here. That's creative. That's funny. Was he like grabbing something? You never know what you're gonna run into. Anyways, guys, if you're interested in the AI, shoot me a message on Instagram, Facebook, or the community. I will personally introduce you. And when I say personally, it's actually me introducing you to the owner, and it's actually the owner. This isn't like an automated thing. Like, this is the real deal. I'm only going to do the rest of October. I can't do it forever. But have a great weekend. Stay blessed. Make the calls, make the offers. I will see you guys next time. Take care.